Alright, what is going on, guys? Crypto Mac here, bringing you guys another crypto video today. We're going to be taking a look at Zilliqa, which, as you can see straight away, just an absolute massive day for Zill. Massive gains. So I thought I'd do a pretty in-depth analysis of Zilliqa, where I think it's going to go moving forward. Metapolis, their brand deals have partnered with and everything. So before I get into the video, I want to say this video is not financial advice. Please do your own research. So it is pretty exciting. Obviously, Zilliqa pumped 113% in a day. Pretty much, probably I haven't actually checked, but probably the biggest daily candle we've seen for Zilliqa. Going all the way from just less than 5 cents, which was about as low as we went, lowest we've ever been since its all-time high. Coming down about 80, nearly 87% at one point, down to a level of just over 3 cents. So a massive correction, really, coming from over 25 cents down to just over 3 cents. So massive correction, and yeah, we're in a very low point. Obviously, this is falling wedge we broke out of, and then kind of just trended sideways, and then a massive pump, which was has come from the recent news partnering with Agora and the Metapolis metaverse, which is set to launch April 2nd very soon. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens to the price of Zilliqa upon the launch of Metapolis. I think it hopefully goes smoothly, and I said months ago I was very bullish when they announced that project, which I forget when that was, but it was around when the market was very bearish and heading in this downtrend in this period here, and I was saying I was very bullish on Zilliqa. Obviously, it did see a massive correction from there, and then has recently had a huge spike, which is obviously really good to see. So, let's be honest, when a coin pumps 113%, you usually expect a correction. So we've already seen this little red candle as it commences the new day. But I think a little bit of a correction will be necessary. It's already down at 20%, which is obviously what you'd expect from an absolute massive pump like that. As I said, it'd be very interesting to see what happens over the next few days, because I've obviously considered taking profits, but you don't know what's going to happen. The launch of the metaverse might go extremely well, and you could see another massive pump. I mean, obviously no one knows. I think personally I'll probably just hodl and see what takes place. Definitely not financial advice. Obviously, corrections, it's risky to get into a coin after pumping 113%, but yeah, it would just be very interesting to see what takes place moving forward. Another way of looking at it is this trend line I think is pretty important. As you can see, we have two lines. Our bottom support line here, our top resistance line, which I've taken from the wicks on a couple of these wicks. You can see we basically hit this line perfectly. Basically an absolute rocket from the bottom support up to the top, and saw resistance right on that line. So breaking this line could be pretty important if we can go higher, and then Zilliqa could go higher. And if we look at a price target for that, we can see Zilliqa going a bit higher, upwards nearly of 20 cents, getting back up to that level, which would be really nice to see. Another thing is you can take the logarithmic version of Zilliqa, which looks a lot more bullish. You can see this trend line, and you can see we just broke straight through it right there. And you can also take a price target from this. I'm pretty optimistic right now. Actually, it's probably a bit overly optimistic looking at these price targets off this massive pump, but the price target for this is nearly 20 cents as well for Zil, which is going to get near its all-time high price. So that would be awesome to happen. But you can't just be too deterministic, and you can't just say that one awesome day means that you're going to see another awesome day following that. But who knows, right? The Metapolis is really major, and they made a big partnership with Agora, as I said, and so it's really big news. And yeah, we obviously saw a massive buy-in. Another thing to look at, and this chart I don't like to bring up that much because it's very overly optimistic, and But it is interesting. It's just this pattern that I've sort of formulated, looked at. It's very heavy speculation, I'm aware of that. But ultimately, the general trend of this is that we see a pump, and then this sort of descending channel for a bit, and then another pump, and then another descending channel. And you can kind of see that is taking place here again. And we put these, I kept these two lines here because this was like it was a big hypothesis of where I felt Zilliqa could see the next big run, based off like where I think this bull market run might head into, and then where I think Zil might go. And you can see we have broken this trend line, which I think is pretty important as well. And if we do break this trend, we have broken the trend line, so we could head higher. And over the course of the next sort of 6 months, maybe we do land in this area higher. Again, heavy speculation, take this with a grain of salt, but if the pattern was to remain with a pump following a descending channel and then to happen again, then ultimately we'd see another move and land ourselves anywhere within this range. I mean, it could take place further along. I could move these lines across, depending. Ultimately, it's going to depend on where the bull run ends, right, for Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market. It could run into 2023. There's people speculating that. It could be finished right now. There's always a chance that Bitcoin gets rejected off the bull market support band, heads down, and the run is finished. And then you'll see all coins then will probably have a big correction, no matter how good the news. But yeah, ultimately we could see Zilliqa head into this next big run, which we've seen happen twice, and maybe create new all-time highs, and head higher. That ultimately be pretty ideal. If I'm to give a rough price prediction, I think anywhere from like all-time high price to break that would be like extremely significant. I think from there maybe a 2x would be like a realistic price prediction for Zilliqa. Anything above that, we would need to see a very significant run for Bitcoin. I would say Bitcoin to head to 100k, 150k, or even maybe a little higher, and then maybe altcoins will follow that, and Zilliqa would be the same. As for Bitcoin, which is pretty important, as I said, we can see hitting this resistance line right here, right on it, which is pretty important for Bitcoin. And if we do break through, you can see I get this line drawn. The price target is about that 54k range, which is pretty significant because if we take the weekly candle and draw up our bull market support band, we can see that we had a wick. If I go to this line, we had a wick, almost hit the 20-week moving average, and we're currently above the 21-week EMA, so we're in between the bull market support band at the moment. So hopefully we can head higher, and then ultimately would probably come down, test the line of support, as I spoke about in my previous video, get higher, come down, test the support, and then once again head higher, which is exactly what we saw take place last time. And then we might see a really good run for Bitcoin as well start to take place, and hit its new all-time high as well, and therefore continue the bull market run, which I speculate it will. I do believe in lengthening cycles, so it depends on what you think will happen. I guess there's always a chance we get rejected right now off this trend line and the bull market support band, and just head lower, and maybe the market cycle's finished. It's obviously all pretty heavy speculation, but as for Zilliqa, very bullish, very excited for the next few days. I think there'll be a lot of volatility in the next few days, I would speculate. Definitely can't predict which way that will go. But I'm pretty excited, and especially with the launch of their metaverse. That's obviously a big moment for Zilliqa. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of Zilliqa, what you think is going to happen. Please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, guys, and I'll catch you later. Enjoy.